And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. We have some really good stuff for you guys today. I'm excited. And it basically starts with the comment that I received the other day about emotions. We're talking about controlling versus suppressing our emotions, because there's a war between in us. Okay, there's a war in us, and that war is called femininity versus masculinity. At one point in time, you are no longer a child. It is time to grow up, time to become a man, time to become a man who's courageous, someone who's a leader, someone who can protect, provide, who can be there for those that are weak, and that can actually move forward in the direction of his dreams, which will end up actually blessing the lives of every single person that ever gets in contact with you. All right, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take you from femininity, and that's where I was for a lot of my life. But I had big dreams. I had a big vision of what I wanted to do. I believed in myself, and I had other people who believed in me. And because of that, I'm now understanding what it takes for someone to get to masculinity, to learn that which is necessary, and to believe in them so that they can actually achieve it. Okay, it's one step at a time. It's gonna be a long process. It's not gonna happen in a day. It happens daily. Okay, leadership happens daily, not in a day. So what are we trying to do here? From femininity to masculinity, one day at a time. And how do we distinguish between suppressing versus controlling our emotions? Because the definition of masculinity is that you are able to control your emotions. It's the ability to control your thoughts, right? Emotional stability, emotional control. That's what masculinity is, simply put. Not all the stuff that everyone else is describing as. Masculinity is controlling your emotions and being rational about everything that happens in your life. Will you have emotions once you are at the masculine, side of things? Once you reach ultimate masculinity, will you still have emotions, or are you just gonna be rational? Of course you're gonna have emotions, but understand how the process works. In the beginning, there's only emotion. And when we understand what emotion does to us, we understand that we become so enveloped in the now, okay, that we forget about the past, right? There's a history, and we forget the future. And basically, we're thinking about what we feel right now, and we believe at that moment in time that this feeling has been there forever and it's gonna be there forever, right? The thought is like, oh, my girlfriend dumped me, and because of that, I'm never gonna get a girlfriend, okay? Or having the thought of, oh, I lost my job, I'm a loser, I always lose my jobs, and blah 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 blah, or whatever it is that you sometimes come up with. Or maybe it's you're addicted to porn, right? And you're just like, I'm never going to be able to get out of this addiction. Of course you will. Rationally, you know that it's a matter of time if you take the necessary steps in order for you to progress, improve exponentially, one small percentage at a time. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's a process, and it doesn't happen automatically. I know you understand what I mean. So we want to get to masculinity and controlling our thoughts, controlling our emotions, but we all start out as children not being able to do that. And that process is, okay, so you've got the emotion, you're stuck in the now, right? That would normally be a good thing, but if you're all wrapped up in yourself and all wrapped up in your emotions, it's not a good thing, right? The now is all we've got. Yes, okay, understand the Eckhart Tolle thing, whatever. But the now is fantastic in terms of improving the now and making it better, right? It's all about enjoying the now and making the now better over time, exponentially, by taking action, by having a plan, by sticking to that plan, and incrementally achieving your goals. So that's where we start out. You wrapped up in yourself, you've got all these emotions and you cannot control them. What's the next step? Well, it's you being able, over time, one step at a time, being able to control those emotions, being able to control those thoughts. And at that moment in time, in the beginning, you're gonna basically, your emotions are gonna be kind of eradicated a little bit. You're not gonna feel as much, which is great. It's fantastic. A short period of time, because once you learn how to control your emotions, now you're able to move on to the standpoint where you are able to control your emotions. Okay, there's a difference between controlling your emotions, like kind of, making sure that you're rational about everything in your life, but then you come to the point where you're able to control your emotions. And now I'm talking about channeling your emotions to get what you want, right? Now we're talking about transmutation. Now we're talking about achieving goals because you are tapping into the vibrations with the universe of getting what you want, about using the reticular activating system in order for you to get what you want, because it's all about the emotions, right? You read about this in Think and Grow Rich, for those of you who have read that. It's all about emotion, but you can't use your emotions if you can't control them. Right? You see the picture. Step one, oh, emotion. Step two, get rational, get full control. And then step three is to channel the emotions with your rationality to take you to the level where you want to go. That's how it works. And that's what we're doing slowly, one step at a time. But if you're feminine and you remain feminine for the rest of your life, your emotions are going to be all over the place all of the time, and you won't be able to control your emotions. And when you can't control your emotions, guess what? You're not able to channel your emotions. This is the difference between the rays of the sun, okay? They're so diversified, so dispersed, and having a laser beam of the sun. Do you understand the difference? Using the when you kill ants, I hope obviously maybe some of you guys did that when you were kids, but you use that pixel glass. I don't know what you know what I mean. You want the laser beam use of emotions to get what you want. How does that have to do with suppressing versus controlling your emotions? I'll explain. If you have gone through a lot of crap in your life, okay, this is baggage. All right, I've on my Instagram profile at Men of High Value. Check it out. Follow me there. I just got this tiny account. On that one, I have one little slide which explains, cabin baggage, and then check-in baggage, and the biggest one, which is an invisible one, emotional baggage. Emotional baggage from your childhood, from your teenage years, traumatic experiences. This is the difference between suppressing your emotions and controlling your emotions. Suppressing your emotions means that you've got tons of emotional baggage. Okay? It means that it's built up over time and you haven't taken care of it. You haven't gone through the deep, dark aspect of yourself and faced yourselves. You haven't faced yourself in terms of those issues that you've got. And you might now so when things happen to you in your daily life where you get angry, you get upset, or you turn to your addictions, which is porn, as one of the YouTubers calls it, so that he doesn't get demonetized, or if it's alcohol, or if it's gambling, or if whatever it is your addiction is, if you can't control yourself, and every single time, it's kind of like pushing like a bathing ball. What are they called? Like those small plastic balls, and you put them in the pool, and no matter what, you pushed it down eventually, if you push it hard enough and it's big enough, it's going to pop right up. You can't control it because there's so much force, right? It's the exact same thing with your emotions. You're not able to control them. Why? Why aren't you able to control them? Is because you've got past issues that have not been resolved. Now, your question might be at this time, how do I resolve them? Like, I literally can't control myself. I literally am needy, desperate. I need women. I need alcohol. I need my addictions. I need all that stuff. How do I control myself? I can't control myself. You need to go through your past with someone else who you trust. Very often people use therapy, but very often therapists don't have any idea what they're talking about, especially now when it comes to the masculinity and the femininity thing, right? That's where you need a coach very often. This is becoming a trend. People are beginning to hire coaches because the moment you hire a coach who actually knows what he's talking about and he can help you to get to the next level of things, everything changes. Your entire life changes. And that's what some of you guys need if you're not able to control your emotions. You're simply suppressing them, right? And then it bubbles back up to the surface. And like a pressure cooker, you're trying to keep the emotion in there. I'm trying to control myself, Joseph. You're telling me that I need to control myself. You're telling me I need to become masculine. And then it explodes. Why did that happen? You've been suppressing your past. You haven't embraced your past yet. You haven't taken it all in and said, yes, I love you, my past. I love everything that has happened to me in my past. It's fantastic, everything that has happened to me in my past. I have a different attitude about the things that have happened in my past because I understand that unless I accept it, unless I realize that those things have made me to who I am today, they've made me stronger, they made me better, they made me into the person that I am because of those things. Once I overcome them, I will grow faster than everyone else who did not have to go through those same problems. You have to turn it around and look at all of the bad things, the horrible things that might have happened to you. That was the best thing that ever happened to you. Because once you turn it around, the sky's the limit. You manage to overcome that? Man, can you imagine what you'll be able to overcome in the future? You'll be able to have the kind of courage that other people dream about because you faced yourself. You did the things that were necessary for you to get over yourself. I spoke to one of my clients the other day and he was telling me, he's struggling with some things. And I was telling him, bro, 100 years from now, your great grandkids, they're going to think about you. They're going to remember you as the guy who broke the chain, the first one who became rich in your family, the first one who actually escalated himself to the level of a man of high value, who created an amazing family that actually stuck together because you knew the woman. You understood the woman because you understood the things that we share here on the Men of High Value channel. We'll eventually get there once we manage to get you past this stage, right? Of the emotional instability and I got to overcome porn and I got to, overcome my masturbation issues and all that stuff. This is foundational. We're trying to get you past being a child because that's what you've been all your life. The reason why you're a pussy today is because I'm whispering because I got kids in the other room is because you're not overcoming your childhood. You're still a child. But you can overcome it today. And it's a decision. It's a decision. I will become more masculine. And if I need to hire someone, I will do so because it will take me to where I want to go 10 times faster. And it might be necessary for you. If you've been struggling with something for years, maybe it's time to invest in yourself by investing in a coach. Okay, I don't even care if you use me. Use someone. Okay, but by chance, I'm the one who actually understands this masculinity and femininity thing, and I can work with your brain to help you get to the next level and also help you to become financially successful and also get you the women of your dreams. Okay, it's all a step-by-step process that is laid out that you just need to take one step at a time and you will get there. I can promise you that, man. Johnny, hey man, day 42, absolutely amazing. You're gonna do huge things in the future. Okay, just keep going, get to 90 days, get to 100 days. I hope you understand now a little bit better the difference between suppressing your emotions and controlling your emotions. Most of you guys, 95% of you, are at the suppressing your emotions stage, okay, where you're trying to keep it down. Trust me, semen retention is one of the greatest things for you to get over yourself. The moment you manage to do 30 days, man, you're on your way. The moment you've done 90 days, you've detoxed your brain, and you've actually managed to get over a lot of the suppression issues. But if you've got some traumatic experiences, if you've got things that are back there that you don't even think about, you don't even remember them, but they're there. Because obviously they're there because every time you try to control yourself, eventually it explodes. It doesn't do that for men of high value. It doesn't do that for men that are masculine because they've cleared their past. There's no past. There's nothing to carry. And that's they're strong. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm fired up for you guys to turn in to become the men of high value that you desire to become. We're doing this one step at a time. I'm leading, I'm holding you by the hand, with all the love that I can possibly do. You know what I mean? Okay, the right way, and helping you to get to the next level in your life. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.